Welcome back to another episode of Around the Shitcoin, and I'm going to go over my market analysis for today, which is Saturday. So it is the weekend, and the weekend usually brings with it weekend volatility. Now, generally, how this has been playing out, like CryptoFace has been saying, is that when we come into the weekends, we'll pull up this chart here. This is the entire market Cipher package open at the same time, so it's a little bit jumbled, especially on the lower time frames. Actually, I'm going to increase it just to make it a little bit more visible. We can see how the daily highs and lows are marked out in a box, so it shows us the entire day on Market Cipher SR. It's also available on Market Cipher Alpha if you wanted just to enable it on that. So we can see that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we have been in a downtrend with continuing lower highs for the day. And it was lower low, so we have a higher low now. Higher low, lower high. We'll see. The day hasn't ended yet, but you might be able to draw something like this if you want to do some traditional TA about it. All right. We're underneath a weekly fib right now on Bitcoin, and on Ethereum we're bouncing in between two major fib levels that I have marked out. This one right down here at 2650, and this one up here at 2780. That have in the past led me to pretty good trade entries. Obviously this 2951, the one I entered on up here, did very well. And I am expecting probably within next week, depending on how analysis looks today, we do see money flow increasing. I'll get more into that later. But maybe within this week, we might be able to reach the next weekly fib at around 2,500 for Ethereum, about 7-8%, and about 7-8% on Bitcoin. It's a lot crazier move, but we're gonna see maybe 3,300 of Bitcoin. That's a big move. I don't know if we're gonna see something like that. That would really be a grave capitulation move. If we were to go to the next weekly fib on Bitcoin, 20% down, 2,800. Pretty crazy. I think it's more likely that obviously we're going to have to look at the oscillators, but when it comes between bouncing between fibs, since we're at a fib right now, it is more likely that we just came to it that we're going to go back up generally, but it has been extraordinarily bearish, and I don't think we're going to see a 20+% move to the upside anytime soon. So let's see what the market is doing. This is the 15-minute time frame, so relatively useful for both intraday and intra-week trading, because look at this very long stretched out money flow has been 2 days for one side of the oscillator, and we can see back up here when we were in a slight uptrend during the Fed pump that lasted about a day. And if you want to do it from the bottom, from the apex of the money flow, even longer than that, a day and a half or a day and a quarter. So 15 minutes chart is pretty helpful. And we can see that the money flow has been increasing. Momentum seems to be increasing. We got higher highs and higher lows, so it's got this momentum up channel, right? RSI as well. The RSI is definitely higher than it was. Back when it was green. I'm actually going to just zoom in on the Bravo cipher here. Back when money flow was in the green, we had RSI planing downwards. And now that we are in the red, it was extremely stochastic, so we kept our trades in. Extremely stochastic, kept our trades in. But as you see, we're also getting stochastic to the downside with, even right now, very stochastic to the downside with planing upwards, right? We got this RSI kind of trending upwards here. You can zoom in on it to see how it's doing right now. We saw that build up. I want to see how that reacted with price. Yep, so we saw bottom, got the build up with RSI. Kind of fumbled around the strength, was dipping in and out of strong, not very strong, strong, not very strong, until it lost strength a few times with big, large crashes, where we actually came to our bottom down here, which was a divergence. So we had standard bullish divergence, price lower low, momentum higher high, money flow higher high, RSI higher high. So it came all the way back up to the VWAP, which didn't really move. The VWAP has been pretty flat. Currently under the VWAP right now. So for a scalp perspective, I'm on the 5-minute. I'm seeing RSI come out. Momentum seeming not to get any higher than this plane. And money flow coming down. We're below the VWAP, so I think the VWAP would be a fair price of entry right now for scalp shorts. Get some take profits out. We might have another spike downwards to these levels where you can close some more profits, which is probably what I'm going to do on my trades, depending on how everything looks. But yeah, this is not looking very bullish at the minute. However, the 15-minute does show promise for the future, especially with the stochastic growing. We are showing promise that there will be some upside eventually. Same with the 20-minute. These time frames aren't too far off, and it's actually easier to see. I'm on the 24-minute right now, and it's a lot easier to see here, where actually, so the unfortunate part of this is that we can definitely see that money flow is increasing, RSI is increasing, momentum has this upwards channel going for it. But at the same time, we are not in divergence. I don't really see divergence. We're going to look for it right now. And I'll tell you the significance of this is that right now we are seeing higher lows. Right? From here to here. So this pattern, when the price goes up and the oscillators go up, is not divergence. If they're doing the same thing, this is called convergence. And convergence isn't a very strong signal. It's a good scalp signal. So if you are scalping trades, it's good to say, oh, the oscillators are telling me what the price is going to do statistically, right? Statistically, in these time frames, it's the oscillator is going to tell you what the price is about to do. So once this apexes, it's probably going to go up. When it apexes red, it's probably going to go down because it's confluence. Everything's in confluence. But the real moves don't come from confluence. They come from divergence. Like this. Let's go ahead and remove this one. We have price making lower lows with momentum making higher highs in the same time frame, right? So that is a standard bullish divergence, and it's going to break to the upside. This already played out. We came down. The standard bullish divergence was growing in strength the entire time right here. You can see all of these were standard bullish divergences. We came down for one more oversold wave, and on that oversold wave, it played out. And it came up 3%. If you were scalping, you could make really good money with a 3% move. Extraordinary good money with a 3% move. Let's go to the hourly. We're getting to the point where we can't really use Market Cipher SR. The hourly is the highest time frame. I will personally use it where you have the support and resistance levels. So there was a blood diamond on the hourly on, I think it was Ethereum. Yep. So Ethereum right here, there was a blood diamond right here. It did not confirm. It got canceled out. Happens. And now we are seeing an almost blood diamond on Bitcoin. So blood diamond obviously happens when a momentum apex happens on the same candle as a bearish EMA cross. So it's not a blood diamond, but they're right next to each other. Still pretty strong signal to me. Bearish, bearish, increasing bearish DBSI with a very, I wouldn't say the most stochastic I've ever seen, but a stochastic RSI. And again, like I've said in previous videos, stochastic RSIs have to equalize either with bullish strength, which is less likely, or with the stochastic equalizing, in this case with bearish strength to the downside. We have lower. So if we are just trading off of convergence, which is what I am trading off of right now, because I am in a short already, and I am expecting prices to go in the direction of my trade I am currently in, and we can see momentum coming down, even on the same wave, momentum coming down, flatlining. Very stochastic, lower high on the stochastic, lower high on this normal RSI. Lower lows on the money flow, as you see by the line, the price line. Momentum, it has crossed the zero. And generally, these last quite a long time. The hourly lasts a long time for these oscillations to play out. 2 days, a day. This oscillation coming into the red lasted 3 days. Or if you wanted to extend it, including these little 5 days. So when you're playing off the 1 hour, you could be looking at trades that last a week. So I went into my trade up here, which was right before it crossed, when it apexed, I guess. And it has been 2 days. So we're coming up on the time where I might be at the lowest part of the hourly oscillation. Check the 4 hour. Oh, we're going to move charts here. I'm going to move this back to a lower time frame. And I'm going to pull over the one without Market Cipher SR on it, right? It's already on the 4-hour. Slight plane up on RSI. Lower highs though on both stochastic and normal. Slight increase in money flow. Currently, a slight increase in momentum. I wouldn't really say overall though. Overall, it seems to still be, you know, nothing speaks to me. VWAP was promising during this Fed pump. We had VWAP increase a little bit. We had increasing VWAP and then more increasing VWAP. Now we have, well, the VWAP hasn't crossed the zero line yet, but if it does, decreasing VWAP. That's what it seems like. I think statistically we can say that a VWAP that looks like this is likely to go down more than it is likely to go up. Daily time frame. I was telling you in the last video we were no longer seeing any standard bullish divergence. There was standard bullish divergence, and now there is not. Now there is only convergence. So it was good to get this bullish convergence, 20-30% move for the longs, and then we sold. We sold our swing longs, put in swing shorts, all the way down. And now there's no bullish convergence, it's only bearish. However, macro still hasn't gone lower than this, so might have we might get kind of like a double bottom pattern for macro bullish convergence. Maybe. I think that's possible. Where the price comes with momentum down to around the same price off this fib, with money flow coming in. RSI might plane upwards, maybe. Looks like it is right now. Momentum planing upwards. So this would be generally like that. Maybe. I'm just speculating right now. My short's doing well. I've pulled in almost 2K from that short. It was a really nice move. Got the top of the candle. Been down over 10%. 5x leverage trade. Proper risk management. I can't complain. Weekly still looking bad. Very stochastic on the weekly for Ethereum. But the blood diamond doesn't seem to care. And the DBSI doesn't seem to care. The money flow does not look good. just like how we measured money flow on the 15-minute, the hourly. Generally, a bear market can last 200 days, 400 days, I don't know. Bull runs, 800 days. We just crossed the zero a few weeks ago. 200 days from now, November, by the end of the year. This just looks like bullish convergence here. That played out. This is a standard bearish divergence when price makes a higher high and the oscillator makes a lower low. This is on the weekly chart, and I mean, if you got anywhere in the apex, let's say you got the bottom of it, you'd still be up 30%. If you got anywhere near the top, easily 40-50% move. And right now we're just seeing more bearish convergence based off of that standard. Gotta remember, standard divergences are divergences that are contrary to the current trend, and they are reversal signals. So this standard bearish divergence was a trend reversal signal, a bullish trend reversal signal. And as you see, we've been in a bear trend because of it. Now again, macro, hyper macro, price is increasing, momentum is increasing, so bullish conversion. Well, that's all I really have for today, guys. I am not very impressed with the price action today, and if I was to be scalping, I'd be scalp short in the current right now, as we are not holding over VWAP, but it might be good to get in on some longs if we start to hold over VWAP because of how the money flow is increasing, and everything has just been relatively just convergence recently anyways, so green dot buy, red dot sell, too easy. See y'all in the next one.